And would you say like cold messaging works? Like I watched your video.
Yeah.
Like you said, you booked meetings via
I mean,
cold message on Facebook.
yep. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, most of the the cold approaches do work. It's just you have to do a good amount of them to actually see results. Like honestly, that 6 cold message and 3 booked calls, that was like a really, really lucky day that I messaged the right businesses at the right time to actually get you know, those calls in. And honestly, I would adjust the messaging. I wouldn't say Facebook ads. I would say what I'm saying now. Like I can get you as a real estate agent at the time. I can get you more home buyer, home seller, like 5 to 10 home buyer, home seller appointments or something like that. So I would readjust that. But with cold messaging, it's a lot easier just to not see it or like, ignore you. So that's why I like cold calling because they have to at least give you an answer, yes or no. Because even this client right now, I first sent him a cold message and he never responded to it. Then after looking at their Facebook page, no one has been in it for like years. So sometimes even when you do cold message the business, no one's seeing it. So that's why I do like cold calling because you can excuse me, you can see both uh you can get a direct answer, and then don't be afraid to also compound the interest, compound the different methods as well. So, for example, you could cold call, and then if they don't answer, send them an email. They don't answer that, send them a message and stuff like that. But that takes a lot more strategy for the most part. So, um, yeah. So, in essence, yes, it can work, but make sure that you're saying the right message and that you do it a lot as well.
Using any other social media platform like LinkedIn, Instagram?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for right now, I am doing cold calls with sending messages here and there. Um, I just find because I've literally tried every single thing, and cold call got me the most meetings and the most results the fastest. So I'm like, it's like when you see a winning ad, you want to put most of the money into that winning ad, but you don't want to completely ignore every other method as well. So um, right now, I personally for me, I'm just cold calling because I rather do that because I can get results the quickest and the fastest that way. Or I can get like a no, or and it's like easier for me as well once I make a list and all that stuff. But um, like for you, it depends what you want to do, whether you have time or not to do all those cold calls. It does take some time to do. Whether you want to send messages on LinkedIn, or you want to cold message businesses on Facebook and all that stuff. But don't expect results very, very fast. Cold calling, you at least get a yes or no very fast. You can, and it builds more trust as well with through a cold call than a cold email. So, because with an email, it's just words on a screen. With a cold call, it's actually a voice, and you say their name. People like hearing the people like hearing their own name. So, it's there's a lot more in your favor when you do the cold call as well compared to cold email or cold messaging.
What's your opinion on cold email? Like,
I mean, cold email can work, but it takes a lot of setting up to do, and it costs money as well. It can cost a good pretty penny,
yeah,
as well, and it's not a guarantee that like just because someone gets 5 to 10 appointments, that's not a guarantee that they're gonna actually turn into clients. Although like if you're getting meetings, you will you eventually if you do the meetings rates, you will get appointments. I do think it's a good automated way, but I think that even if you were able to get appointments from it, but if you have no idea what to say on the appointment, if you don't know how to talk to business owners, which cold calling directly teaches you, then it doesn't matter because you're not going to be getting that client for the most part. And also, there's a lot of iffy things that can happen with cold email, like you can go into spam, you can get blacklisted, you can there's a lot of hoops you have to jump over to make sure that your cold email is working correctly, and you have to make sure that email you're using your seasoned. I know you can buy emails that are already seasoned for like $50 or something like that, which is fine. Um, but you also need to make sure that what you're sending out to these people is something that they want. Because what a lot of people do is, they're trying to get their first client. It's like, okay, I can do lead generation via Facebook, and then that's not what people want to hear. People want to hear, okay, I need customers, and then once you find an offer that works and an offer that sticks, then it's good to cold email. Um, but until you find that offer that sticks and that works, you want to cold call as well. Because also the cold call script could also be used for cold email. Like, don't just think you can only call with my script. You can literally copy and paste, the main part obviously, to a cold message as well, or cold email as well. But cold email, it takes a lot more setup and a lot more time, and it's a lot more expensive because it does take a lot more money as well. Especially to get all those emails that you're going to send, because you need to send a ton of emails, just to get a few meetings and stuff like that. Where with cold calling, sometimes you can call like 10 businesses, you'll get one meeting, and like doing that took you like 1 hour. Not it doesn't even take an hour. Like each call's like 2 minutes, at max. So it's like 20 minutes of time. Where with cold emailing, it's a lot of setup. It could take you, hours or a couple of days. Like when I tried to do cold emailing as well, it took me a couple of days to set it up and all that, and to get all the emails and all that fun stuff. So excuse me. So yeah, cold calling is, I think, is special. So don't still go ahead, go cold email. I'm not gonna be like never cold email, because it can work, but I think people should start out with cold call. And honestly, coming from me, I was struggling really, really hard to get my first client. Um, I tried literally everything. The thing is, I first tried cold calling. I actually got a meeting from it, but since I had no idea what to do in the meeting, that meeting completely flopped. So I tried every other thing besides cold calling, and then, like, you know what? I got a couple sales pitches. I'm like, okay, you know what? I gotta go back. I gotta put my head down and actually cold call. Then once you actually know how to do it, once you have a good script, then it's like it becomes fun. It becomes a lot easier, and it becomes a lot more exciting as well.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of feels funny to talk to these people because they have literally uh, funny objections sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then like sometimes they're nervous. Sometimes they're like scared of you. Like yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah,
like oh no, 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 listen to you. Like they get so. Oh my god. It's like
yeah,
dude. I'm just a dude just like you.